Down here in the Daniel Boone, doing a little bit of daytime squatching. I'm down here at Chimney Top, where War Criminal and I did our last night investigation. And he spotted this structure here on my left. I'm getting ready to go check it out. When we were here at night, it's this big bend. And there's an X over there with it. Now let's hope I don't get poison ivy going up there. I gotta find a way up. This doesn't look very promising. Alright, let me get up there. Alright, I made it up here. Barely. Really watching out for snakes right now. This is it right here. Get situated on this log. But check this out. There's the bend. And look at this. I'll get up closer to it. Take a different approach here. Yeah, this right here has clearly been put there. See how that's all, the bend is tucked into this mess right here. Tucked all in there. Hearing movement over there. Alright, I better get down off this hill. I'm going to go see if we can find that creepy jewelry. But this is definitely a weird structure. Very weird. The camera doesn't really do it justice because it's so intermingled. Made it down with the help of a pine tree. Oh, got a couple mosquito bites while I was up in those woods. Yeah, he spotted that at night. You can kind of see it better from here. And that night we kept hearing something off on this side, and this side goes straight down. But there was definite movement over that way. Yeah, this was the first little campsite that doesn't even have a fire ring. That is never used for whatever reason. I'm walking through cobwebs, so that means nobody's been back here for a while. Look at these. I've seen a lot of these on the way in. Big cocoons, cocoon webs. Got a big fall right there. Oh, I keep running into cobwebs. I remember we heard a knock that night when we were down here. And some definite movement. So I wanted to come back during the day and check it out. This is where we saw the solar light. It's still there. It looks exactly the same. I don't think anybody's been here. It's a huge campsite. And I think the creepy jewelry. There was a pole. There it is. Well, the bag is gone. There was a bag on it, I think. And there's the creepy jewelry. Getting rusty. Let's see if we see anything else around here. I'm looking for prints. Anything. I believe this is where the female camper told me that when she was in her tent, they heard, well, it was at night, her and her friend heard a thump, something coming down from the trees, and then making a bunch of ruckus and heavy breathing, and it scared them so much they went to their car to sleep. So it's interesting that I found that structure here. Well, war criminal found it when we were here. Not seeing anything too unusual. Other than that structure, ground is so dry, you're really not going to find any prints unless they're old. But I am going to go down to Lower Swift Camp Creek, down the dark trail, and look around in that area for prints in the mud. I don't know what that is. Could be for tents. Well, it's quiet back here. Structure. All right, headed to Swift Camp Creek. So I've made it down to Lower Swift Camp Creek. Pretty. And it is low. Swift Camp Creek is low, but beautiful still. Normally it's an aqua green, but it's not now because it's too low. But this is a creepy, dark trail, daytime or nighttime. And last year when I was hiking here, when I first got on the trail back there, I met two women that told me they heard a grunt. And they seemed to be pretty concerned about it. So that inspired me to go further. And I felt like I was watched the entire time. I never really saw or heard anything. Just that creepy feeling of being watched. But I did actually come to a little campsite and took a break. And there was a solar light, like the one we saw back at the other campsite up on Chimney Top. And I don't know what possessed me, but I took it home. And the light would never go out. Days later, it was still lit, and then it started to flicker and wouldn't stop. So I think we have a hammock down here. So I crossed the creek and came down here. Looking for plants. So far I've seen human. There's a big one. Human? Probably. It's a big foot though. It's wide. This one. That one's definitely human. This is a beautiful spot. Really sandy, beachy area. I'd love to camp here sometime. I'm just afraid to by myself. In this particular area. Walk on down this way. I've never walked down this way. Wow, that's a tremendous footprint right there. It's huge. But it's a boot. There was somebody up there on the trail laying in. They had put a hammock up between two trees and they were chilling, so I didn't go that way. We got the road right up there. Light going by. Well, we've got some canines. It is hot. It is hot. And the Kim haze the past couple days has given me a headache. I didn't even go out yesterday. I had a headache so bad. Still kind of do today. Not as bad, but I had to get out. Alright, I'll get back if I see anything interesting. So I'm back on trail. This is where the bats hang out. But I'm not getting the same feeling I had the first time I took this trail during the day. Probably because there's somebody down there in a hammock. I passed her. But still a dark trail for daytime. It's thick. Got the creek right here. Is that up there a tent? What is that? That is a tent. Up there on the hill. Well, this is the spot right here where I got creeped out the most. And this is a little campsite where I took a break, and I'm about to take another one at. And this is where I found that solar light that I ended up throwing in the trash because it had a mind of its own when I took it home. It's right down this little path right here that's so overgrown I'm not going down now. See any prints. Here's, it's long and skinny. Very skinny. Alright, I guess I'm gonna cut it here. Unless I see something interesting, I'll make another video. Thanks for getting out with me today.